On Raw last night, Dominik Mysterio confided with Rhea Ripley, whom he called his mommy, after suffering a devastating loss. In a singles match, the Judgment Day member faced off against Gunther, the current Intercontinental Champion. Despite Dirty Dom's best efforts, the ring general emerged victorious. Next week on the Red Brand, a gauntlet match will be held to determine who will face Gunther at WrestleMania 40. Dominik Mysterio and Rhea Ripley were included in a video that WWE posted following the match. After taking a number of chops from the IC champion, Mysterio clutched his chest in pain. Ripley chimed in to say that he should have had a side of ranch dressing as well as chicken tenders when he growled at the cameraman to fetch them for him. WWE Raw personality discusses Rhea Ripley and Dominik Mysterio's romance. According to recent claims made by R-Truth, the connection between Dominik Mysterio and Rhea Ripley is far from simple. After tearing his quad in November of 2022, the veteran was out for about a year. At last year's Survivor Series Premium Live event, he made a triumphant return, this time claiming to be a member of the Judgment Day. Nonetheless, the former U.S. champion was never formally accepted into the heel side. According to R-Truth, who spoke exclusively with Bill Apter of Sportskeeda Wrestling, Ripley convinced the former NXT North American champion to betray his father, Rey Mysterio, who is a WWE Hall of Famer. He insisted that Ripley and Dom's relationship was convoluted. It's not easy. She turned him against his father Bill, and I don't want to get into an argument about something that is obviously none of your business. R-Truth asked if that was significant for him. Onwards from 422, during WrestleMania XL, Rhea Ripley will face off against Becky Lynch to defend the Women's World Championship. What the promotion has in store for Mysterio at the show of shows remains to be seen. As Dominik Mysterio limped backstage, loss weighing heavily on him, the lights in the arena went out, enveloping him in a gloom. On Monday Night Raw, the crowd's elation had transformed into disillusionment as he was unable to get the triumph he had craved. The pain of loss was eating away at the young superstar, and he felt it coming on strong. His thoughts raced with concerns about what went wrong in the ring as he made his way through the labyrinth of hallways. Was it the way he did things? What was his plan? Or was he just not in the mood that night? Disappointment and annoyance loomed large over Dominik, and he couldn't seem to lift them. Rhea Ripley was resting against the wall, staring at him with her intense look, but he was so absorbed in his thoughts that he nearly missed her. Dominik had always held Rhea in high esteem as an example of a courageous and determined competitor. He held her in high esteem because of her legendary strength and ability to persevere through difficult times. "Hey, Dominik," Rhea said, her voice echoing along the empty corridor. "Tough loss out there." Unable to look her in the eye, Dominik nodded. "Yeah, it was rough," he whispered as he admitted it. Stepping forward, Rhea exuded an air of tranquility and assurance. "Let me tell you something, every boxer has terrible days. There's no getting around it. How you recover from it is what really counts." With his eyes darting upwards, Dominik hoped to get a glimpse of her. His voice betrayed his growing self-doubt as he questioned, "But what if I'm not good enough?" With a strong and resolute gaze, Rhea shook her head. "Dominik, you should always believe in yourself. You are undervaluing your own abilities and compassion. Have faith in me, I've witnessed it in your games." Her comments touched Dominik deeply, making him feel something. Perhaps he had been overly critical of himself and been too ready to sink into self-doubt. His enthusiasm for wrestling was reignited by Rhea's unfaltering belief in him, which kindled a spark of determination within him. "I am grateful, Rhea," Dominik remarked, his eyes displaying a renewed sense of determination. "I needed to hear that." The smile on Rhea's normally icy face was an unusual expression of warmth. "Whatever you want, my dear. Please bear in mind that you must always get back up after falling. It's the quality that sets winners apart from everyone else." Dominik felt a revitalization of his spirit as he listened to those wise remarks. Though he may have fallen short in this engagement, the conflict was far from ended. With Rhea's words of encouragement and support, he felt confident in his ability to conquer any challenge that came his way. As they said their goodbyes, Dominik felt an overwhelming sense of appreciation for Rhea. During his lowest point, she had been a rock and a source of strength for him. He felt he might become a professional wrestling legend with her by his side. He felt a surge of renewed resolve as he strode away. A setback may have occurred tonight, but a new day with limitless potential awaited us tomorrow. Dominik Mysterio was prepared to face any obstacle that came his way with Rhea Ripley by his side.